And I just do a daily numerology every day. And I also do monthly vibration reports and yearly vibration reports on that as well.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of that's not personal charts. That is like projection, using the numbers as a projection into how the day is going to go and how we can deal with it, basically.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to do this first. So, and I'll talk you guys through it about how I do it. So I have this book that I like is my number Bible, and it's written by a woman called, her name is Dusty Bunker.
Nice.
She was a famous numerologist. She has another book called Numbers in Your Future, which is also very interesting and kind of gives you all insights. It even gives you insight to like the address of your house and what kind of energy your house is going to hold.
Oh, wow.
With that vibration. All the numbers they all hold a vibration. And I know that a lot of people like see certain numbers, or they have a favorite number, or a number that's pronounced to them. Well, there's probably a reason, because it's probably associated to your numerology chart. I will say my life lesson number is an 11, which is considered in numerology a master number. It's only considered a master number because the energy of the number's doubled. It's just more powerful, but it doesn't mean I'm better or anything. It means I'm here to master great things.
Okay.
But with that, in my life growing up, before I knew anything about numerology, and 1 + 1 reduces down to 2, right?
Right.
So 11s were dominant in my life. I loved the 11 was just something that just kept coming up. And then my favorite number since I've been like 3 years old is 2. I love the way it looks. And so when I started doing my own numbers, I was like, whoa, like that's pretty significant.
Yeah, yeah.
They really are a great tool. I don't know. I just think that they have guided me. They've guided me for a long time now. So what I do is I have 2 oracle decks, like tarot cards, but they're not tarot cards. They're oracle decks just because they're not the tarot. They're not the 78 cards of the tarot. They're just, they're cards that can concentrate on one subject, and each card has like a message on it. Okay. So I have a numerology deck, and then I have an angel deck as well. So what I do is I kind of like, I ask and I pray over them, and I ask for like the energy around me to help me with the collective reading through the cards is what I do. Okay. And then whatever comes out of the cards is what I use to go with whatever the energy vibration is today. So, okay, cool. All right, that's cool. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, there is. Okay. All right. So, and I'm going to say this before I start my daily, we are in a 7 vibration year, okay? And the 7 vibration year is about inner reflection. It's about rest. It's about seeking answers. And 7 is the number of spirituality, okay? It's a year of going within, taking the time to really sit with ourselves, which then awakens us to a broader perspective of our own spirituality and allows us for a greater connection to an outside source, whatever that may be for you. Okay. So, that's what this whole year is about, and it kind of blankets over the whole year. So as we go through our months and our days, there's going to be moments where that 7 comes into play and is asking you to take the moment. So one time I was in a 7, a personal, because then you have a collective energy, and then you have a personal vibration, which comes from the chart, but you like have a personal vibration every month that you're sitting in. And I was in a 7, and the 7 really wants you to take the break. Okay. It really, really does. Rest, vacation. Okay. And I was going, and I was cutting something, and I chopped off my fingertip. Ooh. I literally like cut my finger. I was like, oh man, right? And I go get a paper towel, I clean it, and I'm like holding my hand above my head. Yeah. And I look down on the cutting board, and I see my fingertip, and I was like, oh. Yeah. I'm a massage therapist, guys, so that wasn't gonna work. So I was forced to slow down and take time off.
Well, yeah.
So the 7 will do that. So you got to be careful in the year. Like if you. Accidents can happen because you're moving too quickly in an energy that wants you to slow down and take it easy. Okay. So, and like the whole year won't be like that. Hold on. The whole year won't be like that. But it's just like it's just an overhead energy that just like is existing. And you know that when you're in those moments, you're like, oh yeah, the 7's like coming in to, tell me to take a vacation, take a rest. Seriously, great year this summer to go camping. It's a great year.
Oh, yes.
It takes both of those aspects and being in nature and self-reflecting and having time and quiet and good, but being and resting on a vacation. Camping is a really good example of what is good to do in the 7 year.
Yeah.
So go camping this summer, guys.
I'm planning on
do it.
Yes.
Do it. Even if it's glamping, it's okay.
No.
It's okay. Tony's like, no. Rough it.
And by rough it, I mean, glamping, basically, yeah.
Yeah, me and a friend have a plan to go a backpacking hike around a lake in upstate New York that she told me about.
Nice.
And I've never done it, where you have to, filter your own water. I've never done it, actual backpack. So she has all the equipment. So I'm really looking forward to...
yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it totally is. So, interesting. I'm almost there, guys. I swear.
So, Karen is shuffling her deck, and cards are kind of falling out. Now, are those the cards that that tell you things?
Yeah. So, I'm going to use these cards as a guide to the energy of the vibration. Okay. It really helps me hone in on what the collective energy for everyone is. Okay. So. Today being March 16th, 2023, I have an inner and outer number, okay?
Okay.
The inner number is the 16th, okay? And the outer number is a 17. The 16 reduces down to 7, and the 17 reduces down to 8. And what I mean by inner and outer is the 16 is what's going on the inside, and then the outer number is what you're reflecting out, then that's reflecting back to you, okay? So what's going on here is reflecting out, and the number on the outer is reflecting back on you to help you with the inner. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
And I will tell everybody that I made this up. No numerologist does what I do.
Okay.
Not a one.
All
it's
right.
my thing.
Yep.
And I can't, and it works. I've been doing it for, I don't know, close to 9 months, I think now.
Oh, wow.
And I used to use daily numerology in my life every day. I used the book. I would look up it every day and see where the energy was at. All right. So the 16-7, this is the thing. The 7, since we're in a 7 year and this is a 7 day, okay? And this 16-7 is about a couple of things. First of all, it's really about the idea of understanding that you have to get in touch with your intuition today, okay? Getting in touch with your intuition, meaning your heart center, meaning where your heart lies, not what your mind is saying, what your heart is saying, okay? It's a really essential, it's your best guide. Your mind does not guide you, your heart guides you. And when our heart is leading our mind, we are in a balanced state. If our mind is leading our heart, we become imbalanced.
Okay.
It's really important to understand that because the mind takes over and makes up things. The intuition, the heart does not. Okay. And our bodies, our intuition reflect on our physical bodies. Our physical bodies can react to that intuition. When something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. And when we go against that, we know what happens because our minds are like, it's fine, when it's not really. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's that kind of day. You want to get in touch with that intuition. You want to really feel connected to that. And so within that, since it's a 7, today's a day to chill, like it really, really is. And it's really a time to focus on that. And if you do that today, what's going to happen is that an awakening can occur. This energy is intense. And because it is intense and it has the ability to give awakening, if you don't rest into it and you don't have to do it the whole day, but have some time today to do that, to reflect, to rest, to chill out. Because if you don't, the energy is so strong that it can go in the opposite direction where accidents can happen today. You can hurt yourself today. You can do something because you didn't take some time to just kind of get in touch with yourself today. And meditation's a great way to do that. Even just sitting outside, taking a walk outside is a really great way to get in touch with yourself. Not a lot of outside factors honing in on you and you know what I mean? Just don't overwork today. Take the minute. And I'm telling you, awakening and illuminating ideas can come through. So it really has the power to have bright things come up suddenly. So it also correlates with the Tower and the Tarot deck, if you know anything about the Tarot deck. But the Tower, and in the picture of the Tower in the Tarot, what's happening is lightning is striking a tower, and there are people fleeing from the tower, okay? Normally in the Tarot, they would say it's not a bad card. It's just showing you that something is being shattered and changed so something new can be rebuilt. You may be screaming and getting away from something because something new is coming. It's about to happen.
Okay.
And in the 17, if we follow our intuition or we get in touch with that today, it can change a perspective. It can change how we see things, which then brings about this awakening and then demolishes a way that we've seen it. And now we begin to see it a different way. And the only way to get to that today is by taking the time to sit with your intuition, getting in touch with it, knowing about it, really being that way. And you're like, how do I do that? But you really can just, like I said, be in an environment where there's not a lot of outside distractions coming into. Just sit and listen to what is happening to you. What do you feel? Who are you thinking about? What does that tell you? Where are you at in your life? What is your how does it feel like your job? When you think about your job, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel angry and upset? That means something needs to change.
Yeah.
You don't feel that doesn't feel good. It needs to change. Right? You're having a relationship with somebody and you sit and think about it. Are you happy or you're not? Oh, you're not? Then something needs to change.
Right.
Either you need to leave, you need to fix it, you need to figure something else out because that lightning is striking the tower and you gotta get out.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So that's what this energy is about today. So just take the time, like I said, and if you don't, there's a very good prospect for like, I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want an accident to happen.
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So really understand that. And it can also play a part in relationships, this 16-7, where it's the idea that what can happen is a disappointment may happen under this energy in a relationship. And what can result is the relationship ending. But that's just about the tower. It's about something coming to an end because something new has to occur. A change has to occur. So that's what this 16-7 is about today. And it's strong because we have a 7 energy blanketing over us as well. And so that kind of aids and like is pushing you into the idea of sitting with yourself today. We also are in a 10-month, which is about a turn for the better, a new beginning. But it's about you being independent. It's about you stepping forward and taking on a new step in this month. And this aids in this 16-7 today because your intuition is telling you to step forward in a new direction independently. Okay? So take that into consideration today too.
Okay.
And then on the outside world, we have the 17-8. Okay? Now, I also want to say about the 16-7 is that one last thing about that is if we surrender to like feeling that intuition and getting in touch with it and changing our perspective about the way things are in our life and realizing that the tower needs to fall in a situation. What that does is it enhances our own spirituality. It enhances our spiritual relationship with ourselves and the people around us. And it also attracts people of other spiritual alignment with you. When you start to change things, you notice the people around you change because you're attracting what you're putting out. You're in touch with your spirituality. People that are on that path are attracted to you. And so that may be the new coming in. And this all comes under the idea of self-love. When we sit with our intuition and let it guide us, that's about self-love. Okay?
Yeah, totally.
And lead yourself there today. Really be the leader in your intuition today. And then the outside world, we have the 17-8, and it's reflecting. So listen, the 8 is about power, strength, karma, and financial abundance. And the 8 is about karma. It's about what you reap, you shall sow, or what you sow, you shall reap. So in karma, I don't want people to look at it as good or bad. It's not. Karma is just karma. What goes around comes around. What you put out, you get back. So if you're putting out everything you can, it's going to come right back to you. But if you're not, then what may come back may not be great. But in the cycle of numbers, you can learn from that and use it in the next cycle. You know what I mean? You always have another chance. In numerology, the cycle is always turning. You always have another chance to change how you look at it.
Okay.
So in the 17-8, the 17 is really, I always say this when it comes up, is you are the star under the 17. The 17 correlates with the star in the tarot, okay? It's about lighting it up. It's about understanding your ability to allow that karma to come in because you are the star. So what is that doing? That is reflecting back on you today. That when you are in that mindset of understanding that you are the light, you are the star that shines, right? When that happens, when that's reflected back on this inner world today, it's showing you that through that kind of energy, you were able to focus, you were able to emerge, you were able to be in harmony, you attract people that are connected to that spirituality because you have surrendered and released to the idea of your intuition, which makes you shine. that 17 is about you shining, and the shining coming back to you, and then it's shining back onto you. That karma shining back onto you. So really, the 17 is just reminding you that when you shine, you attract new things under this demolishing of the 16-7, this awakening, this allowing the lightning to illuminate an idea that goes for a new one to come. So this is the idea of today's energy.
Okay.
So in conclusion of that, I think it's best in the energy of today to really take those moments to get in touch with your intuition, however that may be. Yesterday, in the cycle that we are in, I talked about yesterday, the numbers that we had yesterday, I talked about the idea of changing the idea of knowing that if we take God and the devil out of, let's take it out of the Bible for a minute. We'll use them as a person or a thing to be an example.
Okay. But
they're energies, right?
Right.
God is source. The devil is fear. Okay. God is the source of wholeness and love. The devil is fear and anxiety. So do we when we say, you sold your soul, what that means is that you gave into your fear, which then you made decisions and you did things in reaction to that fear instead of doing things in reaction to that love. And where does that love come from?
Okay.
Your intuition and your heart center, which we're talking about today.
Right.
So as we come out of that and understanding that fear fuels those things, and understanding how we can change our perspective and how we change it into love, this today is illuminating our intuition and sitting with our intuition and knowing what that love can change things for us in this energy today, because the energy wants it to break down and it wants to illuminate that love for you and that intuition, and shows you how good it is for you. Okay. And that 17 on the outside is just reminding you of the light. What goes around comes around. You put out that light comes back to you as we live in that love and not that fear. Right. And really understand. And that's the perspective that I feel is being put down today when we sit with our intuition.
Wow.
And that's our daily numerology for today.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
That's fantastic. Holy cow.